What is going on, everyone? My name is D6 Aries. Welcome back to the 6. It is January 9th, 2026. Well, almost. It's actually January 8th, 26, 11:41 p.m. when I'm making this video. I hope to have it rolled out tomorrow, or basically today, January 9th. It is another installment of our In the Deep podcast. Today, I am joined with no one but my lovely cats, D6 Imani, D6 Knight. Imani's on the desk. Imani's running around somewhere, or excuse me, nights running around somewhere. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The cats just make my life incredibly difficult here sometimes. But regardless, I hope you all had a very happy new year, welcoming in 2026. 2025, man, it was rough from, financial stressors that I know a lot of us are facing out in the world, spiritual stressors, emotional stressors, political stressors, whatever it is, man. 2025 was a really crazy year for I think everybody out in the world. I mean, it's been a rough one. Alongside that, I hope you all had a very happy holiday. For me, my family and I, we did Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving. Obviously, I donated, or excuse me, I volunteered both of those holidays. It was a great experience. And then, of course, whatever you and your family and friends and community celebrate, I hope you guys had a very happy holiday season. With that being said, today I got a couple key bullet points. I'm going to go ahead and get into the first one. An update on all of the teammates and current roster. Don't really have one. I told you I always keep it 100% with you guys, 100 on the fucking dot. Nothing below that. There is, we'll just go down the list. One of the most notable, D6 Logic. He is retired slash not really a part of the organization anymore. He's doing his own thing, kind of, sort of. We haven't really collaborated, done much, talked, really much of anything, and it breaks my heart that that's kind of where we're at. But life changes, and people, we all have different things going on, and I wish I could say, what really happened, but I don't know what really happened. I think it was just time for him to have a change of scenery. And of course, he's always going to be my best friend, but we have to honor that. We have to let these people, go and try things on their own and, hang out with new friend groups and things like that, which by no means is this like a dictatorship. You're allowed to have whatever friends that you want, do whatever you want. But I think the titles that I was playing and the titles that he was playing was just two different things. Our ideas of content creation and what it meant to us on a personal level was different. And I wish him nothing but the best. Of course, he is retired. He is still a part of Team Deep Six. But as far as an active teammate on the active roster, he is no longer on that active roster. Typo is no longer part of the organization at any level. Jacob's no longer part of the organization at any level. Trango is retired. Wiggles is retired. Apex is retired. Irish is retired. Izzy is inactive slash retired. I mean, he's still doing some stuff more on his personal content side, on his personal TikToks. As far as collaborative content within the organization, I would say he's pretty much retired. Sickly is still here, still streaming. Obviously, Zach is kind of retired slash he was always more of a content associate than a true blooded member of Team Deep Six, but we always carried him as part of Team Deep Six. So with that being said, he is retired. D6 Husky is retired. Um, yeah, I keep going around the room here. I'm just looking at the roster here. D6 Condor and I are about the only two full active members of our organization as far as collaborative content goes, potential streaming runs, IRL content, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And D6 Condors had to step away for a few reasons. Of course, me with my work schedule, it is hard. But I made a promise to you guys last year. I'm going to give it everything that I have, and I intend on giving it exactly that, everything that I have. I no longer play Call of Duty. I just haven't enjoyed it. I've been on Battlefield 6, and that's really about it. I'm looking at maybe doing an Arc Raiders run. I'm not quite sure how my PC would do on that. I was kind of hoping it was going to come to like a Game Pass or something to give it a shot, but I might go ahead and extend my arm out and give it a whirl. Uh, so there may be a recruitment post coming up in the near future, but at the same time, I'm kind of like on the fence about it because I can't dedicate hours upon hours like I was once able to do here, and neither can Condor. So I don't want to bring people in to this just to let them down. That's not my style. I think what I'm planning to do as far as recruitment goes is work really hard on my personal content, branded under team content, collaborate with Condor, some of the retired staff, rather it's Logic, Husky, Wiggles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whomever might be in the space at that time, and see what we can do. With that, as I mentioned, collaborative content and so on and so forth. I do hope to start streaming again soon. I swing shift though, so I go midnight, afternoon, daylight. This week I'm on afternoon, 3 to 11. Next week, I'm on 7 to 3. Guess what? Week after that, 11 to 7, and the cycle continues. So it's really hard to say, I'm going to stream, X, Y, and Z at A, B, and C. And one week I'm there, and the next week I'm at work, and then the next week I'm sleeping. And you see how the cycle can just get really fucked up, if I'm being honest. It's a very challenging thing to navigate, not only my personal life and my relationships and my friendships and my passions, hunting, fishing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, gaming and content creation, and put this all in one ball in the gym and eating healthy. And it's not as easy as what you may think it is swinging shifts. People complain about it on 9 to 5s. We'll try a 9 to 5 that's 9 to 5 midnight one week, 9 to 5 daylight the next week, and a 9 to 5 and sometimes in the fucking afternoon the week after that. It sucks a lot of ass, and it's very challenging. Furthermore, as I mentioned, an update on our new content directive. More of this content that we're going to be releasing will be IRL based podcasts, challenges, reviews, this or that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, game style shows. It's going to be a lot of different kinds of more creative, ingenuitive content coming out of the IRL scene for Team Deep Six than it will be in game experience content. You're still going to get montages. You're still going to get some gaming videos, especially as we evolve and grow our team into more, heavy numbers, or we start collaborating maybe with other organizations or other single creators or duo creators or, couple creators, however we decide to manage our networking that we're going to be doing within the team. Uh, that content may become more game oriented, like perhaps I would really like to do an It Takes Two with my girlfriend Amber, or maybe an It Takes Two with, an ex teammate or a retired teammate or Condor or something like that. Battlefield 6, obviously, Condor and I are going to smash out, pass out, and hand out. But it's going to be a lot more of seeing my face and Condor's face around here than it will be seeing us on the sticks or on the mouse and keyboard. Our content schedule will still be Monday and Friday. Specials will release either on that Monday video. Sorry for the technical difficulties. The cat decided to unplug my camera. So I'm gonna kind of repeat on what I just said because I'm not quite sure where the recording cut off at while I was staring at my camera. Our content schedule will still be Monday, Friday. Our specials will release on Saturday or in that Monday slot. Friday will be specifically for In the Deep podcast, where it's going to be myself, Condor, myself, or Condor, myself and Condor, or both of us and special guests, former teammates, um, retired teammates, Hall of Fame teammates, which if you don't know, we have 2 members enshrined in our Team Deep Six Hall of Fame, that being Kyrat, my brother Luke. I miss you. I love you. I wish you nothing but the best down there, and I'm proud of you. And then, of course, Valera, sister, I love you. I miss you. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished with your degrees and just being a kick-ass human being. I love you both so much. I wish nothing but the best for you. And that is a representation of who we are as a team. We have, while we have separated throughout our natural course of life, we have always remained one underneath our organization. And That is an amazing thing that I don't think a lot of organizations can claim. That being said, again, as far as our content goes, it will be different, but it will be hopefully stable. Our team is small, but it is able. There will be a recruitment challenge. I use the term challenge very loose. There will be a recruitment effort. I'm hoping by March. I'm hoping by March. The next kind of content thing I want to talk about is Genesis. So if you haven't seen episode 1 of Genesis, I highly recommend you go check it out. There will be a lot more Genesis because I want people to see the pain that I feel in my heart that we are where we are at. But again, you have to look at the nucleus of the team. Coming into 2018, we were all younger. I was 22 ish, I think. Yeah, that was 8 years ago. 21. I was 21, 22. So everyone was my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older. We was all around the same age. We'll just say 22, right? What happens at 24? People are getting married. People are having kids. People are choosing their career paths. You know what I mean? D6 Zach, he is a store manager of a GNC. Fucking busy. He has a kid, ex-wife. That's stressful. Obviously, everyone knows my situation. I was working in corrections and law enforcement, fucked up the knee, went and got my CDL, was over the road truck driving, met the wrong person, got in with the wrong person, finally got away from the wrong person after a crazy lie, and now I've found my probably forever job as long as my mill is open, working with titanium. So, I mean, there is like, it's just crazy how life switches. I remember being on the phone hours on end with Steph and Blue and Condor, in and out of Discord calls and Snapchat calls while I was on the road, setting in plans, making things work at probably the height of our organization. Kai, you know what I mean? We went from when Luke went to college, it was me, Luke, and Condor, okay? And we were climbing the mountain, 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 climbing the mountain. And then we met Stephanie, continued climbing the mountain together. You know, person falls off because of life. Keep climbing the mountain, climbing the mountain, climbing the mountain. And we reached the peak of Team Deep Six and who we were as an organization and our content and our social media. And then we started to go down a little bit. And then we met Valkyrie, right? Who is retired. I love Valkyrie very much. She's probably going to be the next Hall of Fame inductee when we open it back up. That's how much she did for this organization and how much she means to me as a person. Right. So we met Valkyrie, started going back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, met Riff, up, 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 fall out with Riff, back up, and now we're about as low as maybe we have ever been. And while gaming organizations are dead and die, well, let me rephrase. The pulse of gaming organizations is next to nothing. Organizations are dead. I firmly believe that. Except for us. And I say that not because I think we're better, because obviously we're not. I mean, fucking look at the boat we're in. But look at our nucleus. The nuclei of Team Deep Six is stronger as one, together forever, family, blood brothers and sisters, support one another. I help with editing and this and that and that and this and GFX and blah 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 blah. And we carry that collaborative soul. Other organizations bring in the top of the line creators that they can get, and you have so many egos and so many things going on. They're not egos in a bad way, but we all have our own personalities, right? And I think they forget what Optic and Old Phase, right? And, you know, Era and Soar and all these other organizations built themselves on, especially Optic. Like when I was 13, 14 and I was using a fucking easy cap on cathode ray tube TV, right? Who did I want to be? I wanted to be an Optic. I wanted to be Optic Hex. I wanted to be Scumper Jumper. I wanted to be all these Optic Midnight, right? I wanted to be all these people, doggy treats that were larger than life in my own eyes. And it seemed, at least from the outside looking in, there was love and compassion for the content and for what they were doing as a team and an organization. And that's what I built Team Deep Six on: love and passion for the content, for the grind, for the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. And that will not change. So while organizations are dead, we still have a heartbeat. It's faint, it's small, it's minute, minuscule, but there's a heartbeat. Bump, bump. You know what I mean? That's us. You know, bang, bang. It's very weak, but all it needs is a little jump start, and we will be, hopefully, the next dynasty. All that being said, guys, thank you for painfully watching this video. I'm sure, I don't know how long I rambled on, but that was an update I feel like I needed to give. My name is D6 Aries. As always, current members, former members, retired staff, Hall of Fame, honorary six. I love you all the fans that we have, and there are a few guys, you know, that religiously watch our videos when we post them. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Um, I hope I can do it, and I'm going to do everything I can to do it. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, etc., at Deep Six Gaming on Twitter or X, whatever. Linktree will be in the bio, description below. Bio. Woo wee. My, oh my. Description below. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.